What's good, YouTube? This is Coach Show. If you are a speed and power athlete, this is the best piece of equipment you are not using. Stay tuned for what it is. What's good, everyone? This is Coach Show. Glad to be with you all. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm joined by my son as well, who's back here snoring a little bit. So hopefully it's not too distracting, but one of my little man with me. This video is about the best piece of equipment you are not using as a speed and power athlete. I don't want to be exclusionary. There's a lot of benefits for this for athletes outside of speed and power, but this piece of equipment, in my opinion, is the one that's most underutilized or unknown as far as creating more force output and creating speed. So that's why I premised it and framed it like this. The equipment that I'm talking about is the multi-hip machine. Multi-hip machine. This machine can be found at gyms, physical therapy clinics, rehab facilities, that kind of thing. I came across it in college. One of my college teammates, his name is Gavin Dane Brown. He's a successful businessman now, but he is a father of two beautiful girls and a husband. Shout out to Dean. But before he was that, he was my teammate and took me under his wing. We both jumped. So I mainly triple jumped in college, and he high jumped and he sprinted very well as well. Early on my freshman year, he takes me to the athletic training room and he just loads up the stack and he's doing knee drives and he's doing hip extensions, and I'm just following suit. I don't want to fall behind, and I'm exposed to this machine I didn't even know existed. And what it ends up being is the multi-hip. And it was years before I even saw one or used one again. Even when I transferred schools, we didn't have one. I didn't understand the benefit of it until I didn't have it anymore. My freshman year, when I was using it, I PR'd by about 2 feet. My knee drive, I was able to hold my phases. My speed got a lot better. And we did all the normal stuff, right? It's still squats, it's still plyos, it's still power cleans, it's all that good stuff. But the multi-hip was something that you just could not replace. And that's why I think it's really important that everyone knows what it is and has access to it and stops walking past it if you have it in your gym. So what the multi-hip is, it allows you to train the strength of the hip in flexion and extension, in adduction and abduction. The hip is a ball and socket joint. The thigh moves freely around the hip joint. If we're able to train in multiple directions, we're able to effectively develop the strength of the hip in these different planes. The hip flexion is really important, right? We see and hear a lot of coaches cue athletes, drive your knee, drive your knee. Okay, well, if I drive my knee, but I don't have the strength to hold it in positions, or I don't have the strength to maintain or even to get to positions coach is asking for, this machine is great for that. If I want to train extension of the hip, right? As coaches, I believe, yes, driving the knee is important, but the knee has to come back down to the ground. That's where running is done, back on the ground. Being able to extend the hip, drive the force back down to the track. This machine is perfect for that. You get to load the weight however you can with if you're in a cable machine situation, you can load it that way. We have a plate loaded machine that is off Temu, actually. I'll get to that in a bit. But hip extension looks different throughout running. If I want more upright running, I want a nice vertical shin to start, and I'll push the ground down and away. I'll push the machine down and away. If I want to train more of the acceleration pattern, what we have our athletes do is hook the knee around the foam pad, and it's more of a piston action for athletes that need that internal strength, right? That adduction of the hip. The foot comes toward the center line. This multi-hip is perfect for that. You just adjust the angle and you close it. And on the contrary, anything is moving laterally where you're using more of the side glute, that hip is going out. The machine does that as well. The creativity and the limitations of this are very few, right? You can do as much as you can with this, as much as you want with this. And for us, for our sprinters, we've been using it quite effectively. I mentioned earlier that I hadn't seen one really since my freshman year of college, and we have athletes who we've done banded strength and strengthen the glutes and the hip. But I just thought it was time for us to invest in a machine that I knew worked. I knew it because I had experienced it as an athlete. So I went online and I'm looking for training options. I don't know about you guys, but I want to see, before I invest in the crazy amount of equipment, I want to see what I can do or how effective it is with something that's a little bit cheaper sometimes. If I can save on what I'm buying, I'm going to do that. So I found a plate loaded option off Temu actually for a couple $100. I'll link that in the comments in the description. And it's been working like a charm. You know, we have enough weights in the gym that we can load it and it doesn't hinder any other exercise selection that's going on. And we're seeing the benefit. Our athletes are able to get to those tall positions. The knee comes up nice and high and extends really, really beautifully on the other side. It's a great teaching tool as well, right? We get to teach them how to stay tall, how to produce force, like the position of the upper body. What would we want from the upper body as the hip is in flexion, as in extension, is in adduction, is in abduction, that kind of thing. So all in all, huge advocate of this piece of machinery. If you can get hands on it, I would suggest you start cheap. You got options there. You know, a couple 45 pounds, couple 25s, and a couple 10s is all you really need to get the most out of this, no matter how big or strong you are. And yeah, just go have fun with it. Big shout out to Dean again. Without you, bro, I don't know if I even looked twice at this machine in the training room. But yeah, thank you for putting me on. Thank you for teaching me the game. To all you guys, if I can be of support as you guys are navigating this world of coaching. I've been coaching sprints for about 3 years. I've been a coach for about 10. Some of the athletes I've been working with have broken a lot of records here in Indiana. And I just got back from Big Ten championships. I'll be dropping a video about my experience there and some of my thoughts. A lot of our alum are doing really well at the collegiate level now. And, you know, I had people that helped me on the sprint side that really answered a lot of questions that I thought were silly or I just didn't know where to go. So if I can be of that support to you guys, please let me know. Athletes as well, if you have any questions, I'm here as a support to you. So get on it. Find this piece of equipment somewhere. If you can't find it in your local gym or PT clinic or rehab facility, go get it offline. Don't walk, run, as they say, right? Make sure you go get that. And that's all I got, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Looking forward to dropping more videos for you guys. Maybe my son won't be sleeping next time, but all the best to you guys. Have a blessed week. See ya.